So my home in New Delhi for several weeks was Paharganj. It's located in central Delhi and it's by the rail station. It's really in the hubbub of the older parts of the city. And it has like a main bazaar. It's a bustling backpacker enclave, full of budget guest houses and tiny shops selling everything from hippie clothes to incense to a lot of fruit, as you'll see. There's a mix of casual bakeries, no nonsense, eateries, and rooftop restaurants whose menu feature global fare like pasta and falafel, as well as all the regular Indian dishes you may really want. It's an exciting area. It's a bustling area. It's an area you have to watch your wallet. It's an area that you totally feel safe in. So it's a mix of a bunch of things. I particularly liked this fruit market. I don't think I've ever seen such an amount of apples in one location. I mean, such a variety: red, green, blush, anything in between, yellow, bananas, all sorts of vegetables and fruits. I loved it. And it's so crowded there that the auto rickshaw was going at a snail's pace, and I was able to just really look at everything as if I was, walking. So I hope you enjoy this. You get to see what the heart of Paharganj looks like. Word to the wise, beware of clowns in Parganj. They lure you into clubs with prostitutes and tourist traps. The area is full of nightlife where you can get ice cream and just check out, do a lot of good people watching and have some street food. It really is kind of cool in the evening. The lights and billboards, a lot of movies are done here. In this area, pretty close to my hotel, was a whole section of people who made mattresses and sofas and things for your house. The road was blocked entirely because someone decided to have a wedding in the middle of the street. It was kind of cool to see, but I had to actually walk through the wedding party to get to my hotel. It was a little awkward, but it was also cool.
Everybody's in pink. I like it. I think it's a marriage party. So nice. How exciting. Ooh, look at all the food containers. Somebody has a nice little wedding going on. How fun. Okay.
The next day, going by the India Gate was very cool. If you can go to the Cheesy Story, it is the best chicken parmesan sandwich I have ever had. Check it out. You know, I passed this statue so many times that I had to get out and actually look at it. It's called the Gyarah Murti, and it is literally poetry in stone. It's an extremely lovely piece of sculpture at a really prominent intersection of Sardar Patel Marg and Mother Teresa Crescent in the heart of Delhi there. And it really depicts Mahatma Gandhi and 10 ordinary people who are following him in the stand against the British in the famous Dandi March. Not far from there is the Delhi Earth Station, where it's like a nature preserve area. They supposedly have like a haunted Haveli back there, and there's a experimental lab where they do experiments on animals. And I noticed that there were all these monkeys, as you can see down there, and all I kept thinking was, they escaped from the experimental lab and they're gonna kill me. So I didn't go in there, but it's kind of spooky. I wanted to do it, but maybe next time. And lunch in Cannaught Place, yum yum. Speaking of Connaught Place, it's really a fun place to go shopping and eating. It was made in the 1800s and built as a shopping center. It's huge. I was actually surprised to see graffiti in places. They've got books that are cheap and vintage hats and Burger Sing. I thought that was funny. One night I did stop into BBQ Nation in Connaught Place. It was nice. It's not as great as the Hyderabad one. Driving around, we saw this guy, and he was just sleeping on the sidewalk, and I thought, oh my God, what a dangerous situation.
So walking to look for a restaurant, I came across the Lajpat Nagar Central Market. And it's a place for you to get different little things, shoes, clothing. You can get some luggage, jeans, kurtas, shoes, you know, kind of cheaper end stuff, but, you know, things that people need.
It was amazing to see so many women on the street getting henna done on their arms. I initially thought that it was maybe, you know, where people get it done for weddings, but I spoke with one of the women here and she said that it was for a puja, for a religious ceremony that they were going to be having the next day. So all these women in the community were getting their henna done. And the thing with henna is they get all these elaborate designs and then they have to sit hours to to let it dry. But amazing designs. And the men all had books, and the women were choosing which design they wanted from the books. It was really cool to see.
Well, if you can't find somewhere for dinner and you come across this, it's a sign from God.
Yes, double scoop for $1.40. Now, this was the laundryman for the entire hotel, and boy, was he skilled. He brought all of the sheets and towels on his scooter. I could not believe how he could even drive like that. And then he took those huge, heavy bags all the way up to the 3rd floor, one at a time. So he really works hard, this man. Well, I hope you enjoyed looking at a little taste of my life in New Delhi, India. New Delhi is always a fun and interesting and diverse place to visit. If you get an opportunity, do so. It will be exciting and something you'll remember forever. Thanks for watching another edition of Timmy Talks, and please remember to like and subscribe.